guys, welcome back. We are doing the Think Outside the Box challenge for the month of April, and it is me, Rhoda, and she is, I will link everyone's channel below, and Rhoda, of course, is, Rhoda Markham Burks, I think her last name is Burks, on, Facebook. But Rhoda's Junk, you know, her business page is also on Facebook, and I will link her channel below. Some of you guys are already subscribed to her, some of you aren't, but, you know, you could watch their challenges anyway. Kyung is going to be a part of it. And so is Laura Bartlebaugh from Craft and See with Laura B. And Kyung, of course, you guys know is Kyung Shotwell here on YouTube. But again, I'll hashtag them so that, in the description box. And I'm going first, and I picked acetate. So my question was, can you emboss on acetate? I've always heard that you can't. But as you can see, this has been embossed. And here's the reason why. Acetate is a plastic that is made from wood, okay? Acetate itself cannot be heated up, you know, so to speak. It will melt. However, there is one thing that you can emboss on, and that is laminating sheets. You can run it through your laminator by itself, and you have a, you know, sturdy piece of plastic that can be used the same as acetate. And this can be embossed on because it is designed to take heat because of the laminator. However, there is a trick to it, and I will show you what that is. Alright, you want to take a piece of cardstock. Okay. Now I will have to emboss off camera because my cord is not long enough to do this on camera, but I will show you. I'm just going to use, now on this one I used ultra thick embossing powder, and it had thick glitter in with it. But I made a pocket out of it. But if you glue it down, then you could have actually two pockets. One here and then one in the back. If you glue it in a U shape. Or you can just use this part. You know, you can use it as a floating pocket. Now some of the glitter flecks do come off a little bit on there, so you may have to put a, and that's the glitter, not the embossing powder itself that's coming off. I may have to put a, like a clear coat over the top of it to keep the glitter in place. I gotta take my eyeballs off because my eyes are sore. But I'm gonna show you what the trick is. You probably don't want that glaring in your face, so I'll move it off to the side for a second. Alright, I'm just going to take a regular stamp with my embossing. Now this is the Ranger just clear embossing ink pad. I didn't have any regular refills, so I've just been using the Distress. So it's not going to be exactly a clean stamp, if you will. It will look kind of aged and distressed because that's what Distress embossing ink does. I could have used glycerin, but since I have that, I figured I would just use it. Okay. And this is just a puppy dog, so nothing really, you know, spectacular. It's just a stamp that I happen to have. And that did not stamp super clearly, as you can see. I don't know if I could go back over it or not. Okay, that's a little better. Alright. Looks like what I do with the lid. There it is. Now, this one is ultra thick embossing powder, but it has fine glitter in it. Because all my embossing powder has glitter in it. Because I wanted to use up all that dang glitter that I had. Now I could have used a dryer sheet on this. I have one. doesn't have to be perfect or anything. Because I'm going to cut it down anyway to the size that I need. Did that have a... no. Alright, so not perfect. Alright, so I'm going to set that off to the side for a second and put this back into the jar. And we're not going to get rid of that. We're going to use it. Because I'm going to clamp this piece of acetate onto the cardstock. That one won't go. Oh, I got another one. A long one. Okay. Just to hold it in place while I emboss. So give me 1 second. I'll just leave the camera rolling to show you guys. And don't throw your dryer sheets away. You can actually use them to mop up paint and stuff, and then use your dryer sheets in other projects. Plus, if you have something that doesn't smell too particularly good, you can put it on there and it'll make them smell better. Okay. So this takes a little bit longer than traditional embossing. Now you have an image of a puppy dog on there. So you can cut it down to whatever size you want to. Throw that away. And then on the other one, I just sewed all the way around and then cut it out and then put a thumb notch in it. And there was my embossed image. Now, alternatively, say you want to use acetate as your pocket. I've got a piece of acetate right here. No worries. You'll just use your piece of cardstock here. And you're going to emboss directly onto the cardstock. Because I will tell you that it leaves a texture on your acetate or plastic piece that you're using. And you know, you may not like the feel of that. That did not stamp well again. Let me use a different stamp altogether there. I really don't like the way that's coming out. And it's okay, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I really just don't like the way that image is coming out with the embossing powder. Let me just use my baby wipe to wipe that off a little bit. And it ain't gonna hurt if any is left on there, because it'll just help condition your stamps, especially if you've got old wooden stamps. Anyway, use the dryer sheet on there to get off any old bits there. Alright, so let me just use this background stamp, because that's actually the stamp that I used on the other one. stuck on my rug here. Okay, there we go. Alright. There we go. Move that off to the side. Let me grab another piece of cardstock real quick. Just a place under here to put this on with. I don't know what she's barking at. She's having a field day. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, so this is what it looks like. And I will emboss this right quick. So now you have a piece that looks like that. Absolutely gorgeous, right? What did I do with my acetate piece? Wow, no, that's the one that I just did. Okay, I have no idea, but I got another piece of acetate. Oh, was that it? No. I don't know where it went. No biggie. We'll just trim off another piece. Okay, so maybe I want it right about in the middle there. She's gonna be a heathen right now. Okay. That's not perfect, but it's alright. It doesn't have to be. But I'm gonna stitch around this real quick. And I will be right back. Okay. And now you have a pocket. An acetate pocket that has the embossing on the inside, and then you can cut out your thumb notch if you want to. So two different ways. One that has the embossing on the outside and one that has the embossing on the inside. Both look great. Both a great way to use acetate or just directly onto the acetate itself. Maybe with a better stamp. But I will cut out the thumb notch for you real quick so you can see how easy it is. Because it cuts out. There you go. Just fine. So you have a pocket. Well, you could do it where it's even, but, you know, a little better job than I am. But it's a different way to use acetate, and, you know, if you think about it, acetate is plastic. So any type of plastic that you can emboss on can be used as acetate. That's, you know, as long as it's clear, or you can see through it, if that's what you're wanting to use it for. There is also printed acetate. Oh, there was my piece of acetate that I was looking for. It blends in. I got a new glass mat. I treated myself today when I had to go to town. I had to go up to the office for work for a meeting, and stopped by, and they're originally $17.99, and I believe they're the same size as the Tim Holtz craft mat. It's a We Are Memory Keepers. But they were having a sale, and I got it for $12. Definitely a lot better price than the Tim Holtz ones. Not saying anything against Tim Holtz ones, absolutely not. I would love to have one, but, you know, anything glass is going to glare because of the lights that are used anyway. But I figured, you know, I could heat emboss it, I could iron on it and stuff, and don't have to worry about any warping. I can use ink, paints, you know, that sort of thing. I can measure, I can cut on it, you know, that sort of thing. And it's a lot bigger than the one that I had, because my sewing machine is actually sitting on it because of, it's got a little foot that's missing, a rubber foot that's missing, and it's not the right length. Or not right length, but I mean, it doesn't stay straight. But so that is my take on how to use acetate. Now the other the other three, I mean, get to decide how they're going to do acetate, besides the normal way to use it, which is a window. So they have to come up with their own ideas, and then they too, the following week, I think Rhoda might be going next, I'm not sure who's going next, will be picking an item, and then the rest of us also have to think outside the box and figure out what it is that we're gonna do with it. You know, has to be something other than the normal way that you normally see an item used. So, and I don't know what items they're gonna pick for us to do. So this is definitely gonna be a challenge. I was up for it. Me and Rhoda kind of came up with this together, and it sounded like a lot of fun. So I thought, why not? Let's just do it. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys, and I will see you guys back here again really soon. Bye.